underestimate my power!
Don't try it!
Monster kill.
Hey guys, and welcome to my next video. So today I want to share with you my updated version of my Barber Rogue. So I'm playing with Shadow Human Penshot range stroke here. And yeah, I was able to reach level 100 and started already farming some higher tier nightmare dungeons. So here you can see an edited gameplay in the background of tier 92 vault, nightmare vault. And today I want to focus on a specific interaction and synergy in this build, which basically allows you to one-shot everything and everyone you want, even in higher nightmare tiers, like you can see here. So you can deal up to 10 million or more damage with one penetrating shot, and this all works because of the Godslayer crown. So Godslayer crown is a unique helmet that you can find by farming Duriel. And what it does is it basically pulls in all enemies together in a very small area, which is very good for penetrating shot. And you also deal up to 60% more damage. And in order to make this work, you need to either stun, freeze, or immobilize an elite enemy. Then this whole effect will work. So the question is, how do we do this in this build? So at the beginning I wanted to have some freezing mechanics also in synergy, together in synergy with my companion, which can chill enemies with its attacks. But I have figured out that it's kinda clunky and too slow, so I decided to go with my plan B, and I'm playing here with the opportunist aspect. So together with my concealment skill, which makes me enter stealth mode, I can utilize the opportunist aspect, and this says that after breaking my stealth mode with an attack, I will drop stun grenades. So the game loop here is very simple. Every time when I see there is a huge elite pack nearby, I activate my concealment to enter stealth mode. Then I just need to position myself to the closest elite enemy. And after casting my punctures and activating Shadow Imbuement, for example, I will drop this cluster of stun grenades after about 1 second. And the elite enemy will get stunned and everything is pulled together and my Godslayer crown procs. So this is, at least so far, the most simple way to utilize Godslayer crown for this Penshot rogue build. And you can also combine this with a frostbitten aspect on your boots. So in the video here I don't use it, but I had this idea after this video, after this edited gameplay here. So you can also combine the stun grenades with frostbitten aspect on your boots. So I will show you later in the gear section. And this way you even can freeze, you can stun and freeze at the same time. But yeah, the game loop is very simple. So you just activate concealment and attack an elite pack. So here we can quickly talk about my updated gear section. So this is the Godslayer crown that I was talking about. Gives me up to 60% increased damage. I still have the same chest plate, so you just want a very defensive chest plate with total armor and as many damage reduction affixes as possible. And here we still play with this resistant as silence aspect. Then on your gloves you want this opportunist aspect, which I was talking about. So here you can see when you break stealth with an attack, you drop a cluster of exploding stun grenades. And then you proc your Godslayer crown. And here on your boots that I was talking about, you can also play with frostbitten aspect. So in this combination, I have a chance to both stun and freeze enemies, and freezing enemies is very good as a rogue because then we benefit from additional damage multipliers. So here we have a chance to also stun these elite packs, and then we will also deal additional 25% increased critical strike damage against them. So also very nice addition if you don't want to play with another mobility aspect on your shoes. So alternative would be that we play with something like Ghost Walker, or no, not Ghost Walker, but sorry, I mean there's an aspect that gives you more movement speed after critical strike. So I can search here quickly. Maybe I have it. So something like here you gain 20% movement speed, or yeah, this one you get 16% movement speed up to 6 seconds stacked after critical strikes. So these are your alternatives if you want to go for more movement speed or more damage. I'm still, so here when I'm farming nightmare tiers with tier 90 or higher, then I switch to some tanky pants here with total armor and some further damage reduction affixes. But especially when the new leaderboard dungeons will get released, so the new gauntlet dungeons, I will switch back to my T-Bot's Will and play with T-Bot's Will, since this will give me more damage. And so yeah, here you have this choice of more damage or more tankiness if you want to farm higher nightmare tiers and walls. I'm still playing with Sky Hunter, since this is the best unique for rogue right now, and I will also drop a video for that soon. And of course Condemnation, I still have my dagger with critical strike damage and all stats and dexterity. And still have my trash rings, so my rings are not perfect, but here you usually want critical strike chance, maximum life, critical strike damage, and the fourth R fix is not that important, but can be something like lucky chance, or also some damage effects like damage to close enemies. So this would be your perfect ring. You can find the build planner with perfect gear and perfect stats in the description as usual. So yeah, also my amulet is not perfect yet, but it's quite decent actually. So movement speed, total armor and plus 3 ranks to exploit are very good affixes. So yeah, this is my little update here. We can also take a look, yeah, first let's take a look to my Seneschal, I can't pronounce it, Seneschal construct. So here I've also changed some things. I was lucky enough to find the Genesis stone, so now I'm increasing my effectiveness by 150%, so in combination with Flash of Adrenaline and durational support and tactical support, I have this very nice 50% multiplicative damage bonus, which is active all the time. So this is by far the best supportive combination of stones if you want to push for damage, and especially for the leaderboards. And then here I have Tempest, since I think this is the best ranged stone for your companion. And right now I'm playing with both poison and frigid support, so I can show you in a second why I need poison and frigid as well. And arcing support is mandatory since you want to hit as many enemies as possible. So why do I need poison and frigid? We can take a look at my skill tree. So since I'm farming high nightmare tiers right now, I want to get this 15% less damage from poison enemies. So here I am profiting from poisoning enemies with this passive skills here, and here I also have 1 point in alchemical advantage, which is not too important but can give me some additional attack speed. So this is the reason for poison support. And of course I want to benefit from frigid finesse, especially if I freeze enemies with my frostbitten aspect. But also even just chilling enemies will give me 15% more damage, which is also very nice. So if I would find my Evernight unique stone, then I would replace poison imbuement, poison support for Evernight, because then we will have this Shaco kinda effect every time our companion attacks. And then I will just remove all of this poison synergies here. And if you remove, then you can just invest more points into stutter step, for example, or also in concealment or dash. So cooldown reduction is also very helpful, since you just want to be as fast as possible. So you can then just remove these points here. But until I find my Evernight, I like to play with a little bit more tankiness on my rogue, since rogue is very squishy. So this is the idea here, and I think the rest of the skills didn't change too much. So here, reminder, we are not playing with advanced rapid fire because there is a bug currently, so just take this usual rapid fire. And the rest I think is still kind of the same. Oh, actually here this is a mistake. You don't want to play with enhanced smoke grenade anymore. So if you... previously I played with quickening fog aspect on my frostbitten, on my shoes. So here I had this aspect here, quickening fog, so I would drop, at the end of dash I would automatically drop a smoke grenade. But I realized in the practical case it's not very good, so it feels very clunky to dash exactly into a group of enemies. And most of the times I use dash just for more movement speed, basically, so I can just move quicker through the map if there is an area without enemies. So that's why I think quickening fog is not very good anymore. So here you don't need to invest any points in smoke grenade for that reason. And here I can, for example, put them back into stutter step, or like I mentioned, concealment or dash. So yeah. And I think the rest of the skills didn't change, still with precision, of course. And now let's take a look at my updated Paragon board. So if your rogue also has reached level 100 and you want to copy this build, then I have this new Paragon board for you. So we still have Night Stalker in the starting board. Then we still have Exploit and Cheap Shot board. And now I have a new board, which is this No Witness board here. No Witness has a very nice synergy with this Efficacy glyph. So here Efficacy provides you with a very efficient glyph pathing for your nodes here. And then you benefit from additional percent bonus to your maximum life. So here we have 18% maximum life bonus, which is very huge for Rogue. And as you can see, my Rogue has about 21,000 life. And if I would switch to my Shaco, then I would reach even 24,000 life, which is pretty huge without a Doombringer. So very nice. And so yeah, this is a very good board for more tankiness. Then my next board is this Tricks of the Trade board. I still like to take this Shadow Resilience node and this Brawler node. Here we are playing with Turf for additional damage reduction. Since there are not many good damage glyphs for Rogue for this build, so we are utilizing basically all decent damage glyphs already, so that's why I took Turf for additional tankiness. Then, as always, my combat glyph is level 21, and here this Leorena's Instinct board has the best synergy for maxing out intelligence glyphs. So here you can see I have nearly 200% critical strike damage bonus, which is very huge for our precision passive, since this gives us a damage bonus based on our critical strike damage bonus. So yeah, very good glyph for this board. And the last board is still my my Eldritch Bounty board with control glyph. So yeah, this is the change that I made to the Paragon board. So again, this is only for level 100. If you are in the leveling phase, check out my latest video. So this was my update for my build, but if you're not familiar with my build, then just go back and check out my video for that. I can show you quickly. So here you can find it on my channel. It's called Barber Rogue, best rogue build in Season 3. Check out this video if you are not familiar with the basics of it, and if you want to check the build planner for leveling. But so if you have reached level 100, then this is the new Paragon board, and I will also provide you with a new planner with an updated Paragon board and skill tree for level 100 characters. So yeah, this was my update for this build. I still think it's very powerful. I still think it's the best rogue build for Season 3. So I will push this build to the gauntlet events when they will come out. And we will see how far I can push into the leaderboards. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like my content, leave me a like or subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And have a nice day and see you in the next one. Bye bye.